What blinks? Oh, that big red thing?
There you go.
All right, all rise for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd ask for you to please remain standing for a moment of silence for our country. Thank you. So welcome to the Commissioners meeting this morning. We have 2 employee recognitions this morning for 5 years of service to Susquehanna County. Our first one is Jean Conklin. She is our HR director, and we would like to thank you, Jean, for serving our county. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You want to shake hands?
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you very much. And our second one is Christine Tingley. She works in our pathonetary's office, and she is also with us for 5 years. We thank Christine for her service to Susquehanna County. I thought Chris was coming, but she's not, I guess. Anyone know?
I don't see her at
All right, well, so we'll make sure she gets her certificate.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll open the meeting with any public comment on the agenda or non-agenda items.
I'll go.
Stacy?
Agenda item number 8, we have the agreement with MATP.
Yes.
Where do we stand, where does the state stand with the proposed changes to that program?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Christine, come
Oh,
on in.
hi, Christine. She made it.
It took me a little longer to see how it was.
We thank you for 5 years of service to the county. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine. Be careful, don't break the other foot.
That's quite a gadget.
Well, so over it.
You're so
I'm sure.
We're sorry.
Take care.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. Sorry about that, Stacy.
That's
Where were
all
you?
right. So, where do we stand? Where does the state stand, the county stand with the proposed changes to MATP? We were waiting on studies, and has there been any development since then?
No, it's kind of hit the back burner in Harrisburg. They're still working on it, trying to figure out what they're going to do. They've had some roundtable discussions and some hearings on it, but they haven't made any final decisions yet as to what's going on. Buses are still running.
Buses are still running, and being dispatched as?
Still being dispatched through Tree Hub, so. Susquehanna County Transportation, or whatever they want to call it.
And if you could just speak a little on number 10 and 11, the CARES County Relief Fund. Just to give a little overview as to what the county is doing with their CARES money. That is that the 3.96 million?
Yes.
Am I correct on that? Just like how it's being utilized, where people can go, what you're looking to accomplish with it.
We're working with Trehab and with the Housing Authority. The Housing Authority is helping out with rent and mortgage, and Trehab is helping the small businesses. And if you look, we have a page here attached where we are helping out our volunteer fire companies because they weren't able to do their fundraising events, their carnivals and parades, and a lot of their barbecues and their fundraising events this year. So we asked them to submit how COVID has affected them, and they had to show it, all their financials for that. And so we are helping them with donations through that money. Well, not donations, but I mean, we're giving the grant money.
Stacy, anyone that needs or wants to apply to the grants through Trehab and the Housing Authority, those applications are still open also.
And they're online.
There is not an end date, and they're on their websites, and they can be contacted directly from their office.
And number 16, we have I don't remember the position of courtroom technician. That's actually what it boils down to.
It's a new position that was created like 2 months ago.
Oh,
It eliminated, we eliminated one of the the court recorders and created a courtroom technician
Oh, with the retirement of the one?
with the retirement of one of the individuals, yes.
So we did not let anybody go, we just?
Nope, didn't let anybody go, we had a retirement, and courts moved in a different direction and actually saves the taxpayers some money.
I'm done with the agenda.
You're done? Vera, did you have any questions?
Yes, I'd like some explanation about number 11, the Business Assistance Program funded by COVID-19 CARES Relief Fund. I'd like to know how many businesses, if any, have been funded so far in our county, how many more need to be funded, what kind of money are you giving to them, and can you state the businesses? And is it a grant or is it a loan? What is it actually?
Well, that's the CARES money, the 3.6 million that came down from the
So
government.
that would be like a grant? Like it's
Yes, yes. So that's what we were just talking about, that Treehab's handling the business part. I don't have a list of the businesses in front of me. I mean, I have seen a list, I don't have it here with me today, do I, Rebecca? I don't think we do. We could get that for you, I mean, if
It'll
you
go
want.
through a meeting before we pay them.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
gotta go through.
Yeah, we'll go through the meeting.
And how many businesses, do you remember how big the list was that were actually helped?
I think
The
the entire
initial
list
one-
is, well, I think the entire list is probably about 40 or 50 that are on it.
So far. But because that application's open-ended, Vera will continue to help those that,
So have any businesses just closed in our county because they're so distressed by the economy? Do we know?
That I couldn't tell you.
So about 40 businesses and more can be helped.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Treehab has two people working on that. They're, like, I actually walked in a business the other day and there was a fella there talking to the business owner here in town and telling her that she needed to apply. So they have boots on the ground, people going out and talking to the business owners. Plus it's on the websites and it's been advertised in the newspapers. So I mean, the word is out there, and they're really working hard on it.
and we'll continue to do that too, because that's the last thing we want to do, is have our businesses continue to struggle and close down, so.
And what kind of help do you get? Like how much money? Would you give an example? Like does it help to pay their rent, their mortgages, their taxes, employee taxes? What does it actually cover?
This will only covers their mortgages, it covers their rent, it'll cover utilities.
Utility.
So, okay, thank you.
And if they had to put plexiglass up or buy cleaning
Yeah.
supplies and stuff like that because of the COVID, if they had to do precautions like that.
What about if they have to, like a lot of businesses, have to put out tables, because they can't let them inside as easily, so they
Yeah.
put out tables, umbrellas, chairs, have you seen that?
I haven't seen any of those requests.
No.
Yeah, because that could be an expense, an added expense, Just wondering also, I want to thank PennDOT for repairing the road where I live in Silver Lake,
Yay.
which is Laurel Lake Road. They did the patching, so we can now drive without damaging our cars or risking our lives. And we have another road that I rode on yesterday, going into New York, going up 29. 29 North near the New York border is really bad. Lots of holes and cracks, and I had to swerve like I'm doing a video game. So, I don't know, do you know when that's gonna be fixed?
It's on the schedule to get done, so just depends on, they've had some structural issues with the last two big rainfalls. They've had to do some additional work, so some of the patching had to get slid back. So it's due to get done soon.
Did they get any more money from the state the past 2 weeks?
No.
And wanting to know, like, how many more people have tested positive? Have they been doing more testing? What's the count? Do you have any counts, like, positive for COVID? And how many are in the hospital, if there are any, for COVID?
We don't really have any numbers. Our numbers have been pretty stagnant. Our increases are minimal. We're way below the matrix. As far as the hospitals, we're not hearing any reports from the hospitals. I'm not saying that there isn't anybody in there, but we're not hearing any big numbers or anything like that.
And do you have any death rate for the past 2 weeks? Any more deaths?
No,
I
I
haven't
don't.
heard of any.
No.
I haven't heard of any.
If I may, because I was just on the dashboard yesterday, I believe like the positivity rate in the county is now, the PCR rate is down to like 2.1%,
Yeah.
something
Yes.
like that, and we're on a negative trajectory.
Right.
The New York Times actually listed a chart, county by county, of the, of the entire country. And Susquehanna County, it was up on the reopening of schools, and Susquehanna County was, by their chart, in a county that was able to likely open fairly safely,
That's great.
according to the metrics that they were using for it, so.
Thank you. And the commissioners thank the residents of Susquehanna County for doing a great job, for taking precautions, being careful. And, we're all, like they say, I mean, people are probably tired of hearing it, but we're all in this together. We all have to look out for each other. So thank you to the residents of Susquehanna County for that. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
and I wanted to know, is there any way you can do online meetings, because so many people cannot come in or are afraid to come in? There's gotta be a way of doing it. Bradford County is doing it, other counties are doing it. If you can look into that, have you looked into it? There's gotta be an alternative, so others can watch and take part.
We've hashed it back and forth. I mean, when we were doing it, we had to have a table set up here with our two IT guys, so it pretty much took up most of the room in here. So that's why we haven't done it.
Can you find out how Bradford County does it?
We can look into that.
Yeah, see what they do. And then, any quarantines happening? Do you know how many people are under quarantine?
I do not have that number.
We don't get that information.
And then do you have any results from the questions that either Colleen or myself asked in the last meeting 2 weeks ago? You were gonna look into something, or even 2 meetings past. Do you remember any results from your research?
What questions are you referring to there?
Well, see if Betsy remembers. And
Well, we're-
she was supposed to look into something. Do you remember anything, or?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to review our notes from that meeting.
Yes.
Had a lot going on, so I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem, and, okay, and then, I just want to say too that I think this country is on a lost path, and that Agenda 21 might be happening, and we have a takeover of our country, and I want to just voice that and be a voice that unless we protest and more people protest and not just acquiesce, we have been taken over by some kind of an agenda that is not good for us and has turned our country upside down. And it's, even now with a vaccine, when they talk about a vaccine, they say it might be 50% or less effective, and they will still require masks maybe and goggles. Now, when I go to physical therapy, there's goggles. They will still require us to do all of these things so that we are now slaves of an agenda. So I just want to make that statement to
Thank
the
you.
world and to our county.
Thank you,
I'm sorry,
Gary.
we are not protesting.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
I'll second that.
Oh,
motion.
Could I
Yeah,
just do one more? Just going back to Vera's one thing about the meetings online. Right now, am I correct in assuming the process is if somebody who does not want to attend a meeting, or not comfortable attending a meeting, can't attend a meeting, that they would email a question for the
Yes.
commissioners to the
Yes.
chief
Yes.
clerk,
Yes.
who will then relay it to the
Absolutely.
commissioners to address in public comment?
Right.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
Stacy. And we,
I thought that's what it was,
Yeah.
and
it was, thank you. And we
I did a
also,
lot of
sa-
them,
I'm
so-
sorry, and we also said in the last meeting that, we all have telephones sitting on our desk. Your commissioners are accessible to you. So if anyone has a question, they can call us, they can call our chief clerk at any time. So we are accessible to the
Can you
public.
give the email to the public for the questions for the meetings? What's the email? to-
Rebecca.
Rebecca?
It's chiefclerk@susco.com.
Let's go, susq.com.
CO.com.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, motion to
Okay.
close public comment.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to close the public comment. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Motion to approve item 2.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to approve the minutes of the July 22nd, 2020 meeting. All in favor, say aye.
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 Make a motion to approve item 3, and I'd like to make special note, we now are breaking out our health insurance so people can see what it costs for the health insurance in the county. You can see it costs for the month $238,783. So I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to pay the bills for the month. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 4.
I will second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to ratify and approve the following seminar requests and payment for seminar requests. Margaret Kropinski, Pathonetary Clerk of Courts, her association meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 5.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the arbitration agreement for the collective bargaining agreement between Susquehanna County and the Teamsters Local 229 for county probation employees effective January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2024. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I actually got that out of order. We
How'd
should
you
have
get
the
that?
salary board first. It has to be approved in the salary board first.
Let's make a motion then to jump to salary board.
No, we can't because of our schedule. This is already issued. Well, you know what, let's go back to, we're at number 5 now. And I'll make a motion to recess from the, recess from the
Commissioners meeting.
commissioners and go to the salary board meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to recess the Commissioners meeting and open the salary board meeting at 9:15 a.m. Okay, do we have a public comment on the salary board meeting? Yes, Stacy.
Could, you just talk about item number 5 a little bit, the arbitration agreement?
There you go.
What, any changes, provisions, and will the rest of the employee unions follow kind of a Me Too?
Well, first answer is the arbitration agreement came down. There's increases in the deductibles for the health insurance. Pretty much goes from 0 now up to 300 to 500 to 500 to 750, I think it is. Can't off the top of my head, but so over 5 years period, that's what it goes to. Salary increases are 3.5 for the first 2 years, and I believe drops to 3.25 for the next 3 years. Other than that, pretty much nothing else really changed in it. And as far as the rest of the employees, we have 6 different contracts here, so basically all the employees are under different contracts, so it just depends on what those contracts are, how they're negotiated.
And how many are in current negotiation?
All of them will be in negotiations this year, except for this one. And children and youth. So 2 of them are, children and youth is already done, probation is now done, and that leaves the other 4.
I'm done.
Okay. Take a motion.
Motion to close public comment?
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to close public comment at 9:17. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 1?
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the minutes of the July 22nd, 2020 salary board meeting, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain.
Jason abstains.
Motion to approve item 2?
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to eliminate the full-time salaried non-union position of Deputy Director of Planning /GIS effective August 12th, 2020, per the recommendation of Rebecca Hubbard, Chief Clerk. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 3?
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to create the full-time union-eligible position of Deputy Director of Planning, Mapping, Addressing at $14.38 per hour, 40 hours per week, effective August 12th, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the residual bargaining unit contract and the county policy manual, per the recommendation of Rebecca Hubbard, Chief Clerk. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. You did second that,
Yes.
right? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 4?
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to create the full-time union-eligible position of recycling administrator at $10.25 per hour, 40 hours per week, effective August 12th, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. per the recommendation of Recycling Coordinator Jennifer Hibbard. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve 5.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the arbitration agreement for the collective bargaining agreement between Susquehanna County and the Teamsters Local 229 for the county probation employees effective January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2024. I have a second by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 6.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to close the salary board meeting.
Wait a minute, we're
Whoops.
going to close the salary board and then return to the commissioners' meeting.
Okay.
Well, we have to say it that way.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to close the salary board meeting at 9:19 and return to the commissioners'
And I'll
meeting.
second that with the return to the commissioners' meeting.
Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll go back
To number 6.
and make a motion to
Do we need to approve that other item?
return to item 5 on the commissioners' agenda
Okay.
and to ask for a reapproval of that. I'll make a motion to reapprove it after the salary board has approved it.
I'll second that to approve that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the arbitration agreement for the collective bargaining agreement between Susquehanna County and the Teamsters Local 229 for county probation employees effective January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2024, with the changes made in the agenda minutes. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve item 6.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the following tax claim bureau exoneration request, Clifford Township. There's 2 parcels in Clifford Township. I'm not going to read through them. That is seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve item 7.
I will second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the 2021 holiday schedule, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
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 Number 8.
Motion to approve 8.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to enter into an agreement to participate in the Pennsylvania Medical Assistance Transportation Program, MATP, effective July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2021. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 9.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve a memorandum of understanding between Pennsylvania Department of State, Harrisburg, PA, and Susquehanna County for the Center for Internet Security for Network Monitoring and Cybersecurity Services, effective August 12th, 2020 through August 30th, 2024. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve 10.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to approve entering into an agreement with Susquehanna County Housing and Redevelopment Authority for the administration of the mortgage and rent relief program funded by the COVID-19 CARES County Relief Fund. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Motion to approve item 11.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to approve entering into an agreement with Trehab for the administration of the Business Assistance Program funded by the COVID-19 CARES County Relief Fund. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Item 12, motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the transfer of Jonathan Zaliswitz. I'm sorry if I apologize if I totally butchered that. From the position of part-time corrections officer to the open full-time union-eligible position of corrections officer at $14.96 per hour, 40 hours per week, effective July 22nd, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the jail bargaining unit contract and the county policy manual, per the recommendation of Warden Mark Schelt. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Motion to approve 13.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the hiring of Dakota Sherman, Springville, to the open part-time union-eligible position of corrections officer at $14.96 per hour, varied hours, effective July 23rd, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the jail bargaining unit and the county policy, per the recommendation of Warden Schelt. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve 14.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the transfer of Joanne Henry from the position of recycling secretary to the open, non-union, full-time position of assistant recycling coordinator, at $14.38 per hour, effective July 30th, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the county policy manual and government mandated requirements. Per the recommendation of Recycling Coordinator Jennifer Hibbert, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Motion approved 15.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the transfer of Anthony Costanzaro from the position of recycling technician to the open, non-union, full-time position of processing shipping manager at $12.84 per hour, effective July 30th, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the county policy manual. Per the recommendation of Recycling Coordinator Jennifer Hibbert. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved 16.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and accept the hiring of Christopher Blazier, Springville, to the open, non-union, full-time position of courtroom technician at $11.48 per hour, effective August 3rd, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the county policy manual and government mandated requirements, per the recommendation of President Judge Jason Legg. I have a second by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved 17.
I will second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the hiring of Roosevelt Monroe Mashopin to the open, union-eligible, full-time position of recycling technician at $10.25 per hour, effective August 6, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period, per the recommendation of Recycling Coordinator Jennifer Hibbert. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Motion approved 18.
I will second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and accept the hiring of Mindy Powell, Montrose, to the open, union-eligible, full-time position of District Justice Assistant Office Manager at $10.85 per hour, 32.5 hours a week, effective August 11th, 2020, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the county appointed bargaining union contract. Per the recommendation of District Judge Jeffrey Hollister, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Motion approved 19.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the hiring of Dustin Gornat, Endicott, New York, to the open, union-eligible, full-time position of telecommunicator 1 at $15.08 per hour, 40 hours per week, effective August 17th, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the residual bargaining unit contract. Per the recommendation of Bradley Ellsworth, our Director of Public Safety, Operations 911 Coordinator. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved 20.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the hiring of Ashley Lane, Montrose, to the open, union-eligible, full-time position of telecommunicator 1 at $15.08 per hour, 40 hours per week, effective August 17th, with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the bargaining unit. Per the recommendation of Bradley Ellsworth, Director of Public Safety. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion approved 21.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the CARES County Relief Grant payments to the fire/EMS companies for $274,262.12 as listed on the attachment. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion approved 22.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to review and award the bid on the 2007 GMC Savannah G1500. This is a vehicle and that was in, which department did you tell me? It was in a van, maintenance van. And the winning bid was $7,100 on the NISA bid, and the winner is Reginald Hunla. So I have a second on that today with Commissioner Herschel.
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I will award that.
Motion approved item 23.
I will second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to approve entry in the fiscal year 2020-2021 agreements with the Behavioral Health Intellectual Disabilities Early Intervention Program. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved item 24.
And I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to close the Commissioners' meeting at 9:28 a.m., seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Okay, we are adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day today.
And what's the starting salary for a sheriff deputy?
I can't remember off the top of my head, 14.